What's this class trial that Monokuma mentioned? Can Makoto sweep away the cloud of suspicion surrounding him? Even with a dead body laying in his bathroom. And what about the Blackened who's actually responsible for Sayaka's death? Good questions to begin this part of Dingus Rompus, aka the part where we will be doing the class trial revolving around the murder of Sayaka. So before we begin this trial, let's go ahead and prepare for the court. And to prepare, let's review the truth bullets we have collected, with Monokuma file number 1 being the first one we're going to look at. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. The death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen, and her right wrist appears to have been fractured. Evidence number 2. Evidence of a struggle. There are a number of scratches and gouges on the beds and wall in Makoto's room. Replica sword. Makoto took this from the gym entryway and put it in his room. The sword was found out of a sheath on the floor in the middle of the room. The sword handle was missing some of the gold coating, as was part of the blade. Replica sword sheath. Makoto took this from the gym entryway and put it in his room. The sheath was found some distance from the sword itself, and it shows evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. If you were going to attack someone with a sword, you would almost certainly remove the sheath first. Switching rooms. On the night of the murder, Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms and room keys. When the victim was discovered, Makoto's room key was also found in Makoto's room. Sayaka had originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into her room, and she became frightened. Toolkit. This had been placed in Makoto's room before he arrived. It remains unopened, and there is no evidence of it ever being used. All the other male students claim that they haven't used theirs either, but still. Makoto's room cleanliness. Not a single hair was found on the floor at the scene of the crime. In addition, the lint roller shows evidence of being used. Sayaka's wrist. Sayaka's right wrist had been fractured, and her wrist was literally at the injury's location. In addition, her hands appeared to be completely clean, except for the index finger on her left hand, which had some blood on it. Number 9. Dying message. A series of numbers have been written in blood on Makoto's bathroom wall. 11037. It is assumed that Sayaka wrote these numbers while leaned up against the wall as she lay dying. Or if you turn your head upside down, you'll figure out what she actually meant to write. Number 10. Room door frame. Makoto's bathroom door was difficult to open, due to it not fitting in the door frame properly. The only two people who knew the trick to opening it were Makoto, the room's owner, and Sayaka, the victim. Bathroom doorknob. Makoto's bathroom doorknob had been broken. The screws holding it in place had all been partially or completely removed. Dorm nameplates. The nameplates on the doors to Sayaka and Makoto's rooms were apparently switched at some point. Kitchen knife set. The kitchen in the dining hall has a set of kitchen knives. Apparently one of the knives had gone missing. Aoi's account. The knife from the kitchen went missing while Aoi was in the dining hall. Aoi swears that Makoto did not come to the dining hall at any point while she was there. Trash duty. There's apparently a trash room within the school. It's blocked off by a sturdy gate that can only be opened with the trash room key. Incinerator. The incinerator can be activated via a switch on the machine, but Hifumi was on cleaning duty, and he claims that the last time he saw the incinerator, it was off. However, when Makoto checked it after the incident, the incinerator was, in fact, on. The distance from the gate to the incinerator is roughly 30 feet. Burnt shirt piece. A piece of burnt clothing was found next to the incinerator in the trash room. It is apparently part of a shirt cuff, and it has a noticeable bloodstain on it. Shattered crystal ball. Shards of glass were found next to the incinerator in the trash room. As it turns out, the glass ball would have fit comfortably in the palm of a person's hand. Apparently, Yasuhiro left the ball in the laundry room on accident, so anyone could have come along and taken it. Alright, those are all the truth bullets we have for this case. And before we begin, let's set some skills real quick. Okay, we have attentive influence. What else do we have? Melodious voice increases damage to opponent when statement is destroyed. Vocabulary increases bullet capacity. Bullet battle. We have 9. We have 9, so we can use okay, we gotta do this smart. We gotta do this big brain smart. Alright, so we have 3. Okay, attentive influence. Alright, so there we go. I think we have enough for all 3 of them, I think. We actually have enough for all 3 of them, so let's do it. Alright. Yes, we're gonna get all 3 of them. Yes! This is gonna be a good trial because I got all the skills. So here we go. Let's begin. Last trial. All rise!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay, everyone close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
That's a little morbid.
Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Are you certain?
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Here we go.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I've found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, it's been 5 years. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another, without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Here we go. Make your argument. Evidence of a struggle. We only have one bullet.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we didn't know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
Break.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Oh no, wait, is this? Oh, okay. I thought this was the fucking, word search thing. No, we're not in the word search yet. Kitchen knife set.
What was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Hold on. I feel like what I just heard is different from what I already know.
So what was used?
There was some kind of without a doubt.
So the killer used some random knife.
No, that's wrong! I had to say it. Frick.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
A lot more.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it will steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun! Proving your motherfucking innocence! Make your argument. Boom, 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 boom. Always account. Boom, 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 boom.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
You're really pushing it, the approach that I did it.
It's been decided. We've reached the end.
No, you haven't. I didn't take the kitchen knife, but no matter how many times I repeat myself, you won't believe me. If only there were proof.
So I guess there's no question. But where does that
Makoto never did it in secret.
No, that's wrong! Counter! Break!
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
I'm not the killer!
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my hands, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Thanks, Monokuma!
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
Leave it to me!
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Ah! Oh, Taka! Taka! No, Taka!
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Fair point. Bayaka has a point here.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it!
It's obvious.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What? See? He did do it after all.
You're really liking the fact that I might be the murderer, Toko.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn! If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder! Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die!
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Oh, damn it, it's this one! As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use mouse to aim, then press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you will suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you will fail. Well then, good luck and have fun! Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is. God damn it, I hate this one. I hate this one. Hangman's Gambit. Oh wait, oh no, shoot. Hair! Hair! Alright. Oh. Come on. R?
Now I understand.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
But why is her body in the room still?
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
The door.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves that is... shoot. Okay, hold up. The bathroom doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit... Oh no, here we go. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes! After my bathroom break, because I need to pee. From here on out, the number of weak points will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. You use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you will also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now, this is important, because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You will have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright, here we go. Shoo! Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
Really? After some of that evidence, you still think that? It's obvious that my bathroom door wouldn't open. But the real reason for that is...
The incident took place. Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran and they got into the back. At that point, the killer...
Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong.
Counter. Break!
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck.
The cutoff. That was a good me time cutoff.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
One important detail. Something the killer didn't know. For some reason, they were convinced the door was locked. Which means the important detail the killer didn't know was...
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. I was gonna say that as a joke, but Makoto said it for me.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
No, you're wrong.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Have you brought anything to the table regarding this case? I thought so.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
The reason there's no way Sayaka invited her killer into the room, I already have the answer. Okay. Shoot. Crap. I actually don't know this one. I had 3 minutes to do this, so... Not the replica swords. Is it switching rooms, actually?
I got it!
It what?
Because
What?
Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
I mean, that makes sense, but that was actually a little confusing, but it makes sense. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want you to talk. Wait, what? Wait, where did this come? Where did this come from? There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Damn.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note, Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
That rhymed. I gotta applaud him for the rhyme. Every time a game rhymes, I have to applaud the rhyme.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then, pay attention.
Make sure. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The reason the killer went to my room and not Sayaka's, despite what the note said, it must be because...
Sayaka and Makoto in the note. It's specifically I see. Then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying.
No, that's wrong.
I was a little uncertain about that answer, but it was right.
Nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell can you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with a fake sword is because Sayaka's wrist.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you will have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each argument. Statement, not argument, statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. I think I put it in mean to begin with, so yeah, it's already at mean. Replica sword seat, kitchen knife set, replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Oh shit. The sword was used first, and then the knife came afterward. Is that really the order of events? That leads to some unexplainable details. Oh, I think I know what to do. Okay, the sheath. We need to get the sheath. Sheath. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna keep it in motion. Not that one.
That's what broke Miss Maizono.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden, but then the culprit took and they killed her.
And that's exactly what happened.
Oh shit. Oh fuck, I don't remember. Is it the sword-based attack? Wait, no.
And that's when the first blow was a sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono.
So, she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her
Ah!
And they killed her.
Wait, is the timer still going when I open this? Okay. No, the timer stops. Okay, hold up. Oh, fuck. Oh, crap. I actually don't know where... I think you have to do something about the sheath. I think it has to do with the sheath. The sword was used first and the knife came afterward. Is that really the order of events? That leads some... Yeah, okay, so... I think it's the sheath to what Toko says.
And that's what broke...
So, she tried to grab the kitchen knife.
No, that's... I messed up. What? You think something I said is wrong? Yeah, wait. Don't know this one.
Fighting broke out. The culprit grabbed, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Is it this one? Yeah! Oh! It was actually what Yasuhiro said. I got the right bullet, but I got the wrong contradiction.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my
Because the
god.
sword's sheath had been scratched.
Yeah, I was thinking there was something about the knife and the sword because the knife was used first and the sword sheath got scratched. But I didn't know where to, you know, deflect, where to shoot the bullet. God dang it. Alright. That should have been easy to understand though. That should have been easy, and I was just being dumb. That should have been easy to know.
See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. Her palm.
You're talking
Oh, I
about
regained
the
a
palms, right?
I regained half a heart. That's cool.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because the water was off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously. So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Well, depending on the case, the totally forgettable kid.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
It's true!
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
In order to concentrate, I need an empty bladder.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out figuring out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. But there is something. Make your argument. Tragedy, hours account, dying message. I think it's dying message. I actually no, I full on think it's dying
It's
message.
easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
There is.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
I think it's dying message. Wait, no, hold on. That's right. There is still a clue left that can lead us to who killed her. Sayaka left it behind.
It's easy just to say, but there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining, wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Left index finger.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not. Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like.
Huh? What?
No, it's just. Look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
A little crazy,
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it! It's no use! I just don't know! Come on, it's so easy!
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue card and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. Damn it! No, not this! Oh no, I thought it was Hangman's Gambit. Nope, it is where we find who the culprit is.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately,
Leah!
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Let's see if what Kyoko says is true. I don't want to write on the bathroom wall. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit hard, but not as hard. Like, did she have her whole arm like that? Or, oh no, her arm was straight down. Ooh. Well, this is what it would have looked like if I was Sayaka with a pencil. Okay, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. No, I don't have a, knife in my abdomen. 1 second.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. I know what that was. It was a piece of a shirt. Where is it? Burnt shirt. Oh, wait, no, I want to present it.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. Where it was disposed of? No, wait. I think that was wrong. Yeah, you didn't say I got it. Where the shirt was destroyed, if we focus on that, the killer would become clear. Damn it! Where the shirt was destroyed, if we focus on that, the killer will become clear. Where it was destroyed? You're talking about the trash room incinerator, right? How the fuck's I supposed to make anything clear? Looks like I just embarrassed myself in front of everyone. The burnt shirt, yeah, I think it's Hal. Yeah, it was Hal. Damn it.
If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
I'm sorry for my mistake. That was a big one. I realized that as soon as I clicked it, I fucked up.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon's the real killer. Make your argument. Shadow crystal ball. Yes, that's the one. That's what we need.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect...
I'm really liking the song right now.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
Is it really impossible to have destroyed evidence without the trash room key? No, I'm sure there was another way.
The key to the
No, that's wrong! Break!
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was roll it.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have much been of a challenge at all for the killer because...
I got it!
He's the ultimate baseball
Because
star.
the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? No, I know how to do this one. I know how to fucking do this one. I know how to do this one. You make a comic book. You make a comic book. So, okay. Oh crap, this is the hard part because I actually have to remember how to, set everything up. Alright, Alright, so the first thing would have to be the killer enters the room. Alright, the next page. She goes to attack him, but he bumps against this and finds the sword sheath, and he uses it to defend himself. He then goes to attack her, for which he hits her wrist, causing the knife to fall. He hits her wrist and causing the knife to fall. But, No, that's a part of this image, so it has to be this next one. Yeah. And then when I flip the page, Sayaka gets into the room, and they have to use a screwdriver. Alright, they go to attack Sayaka, for which she then gets stabbed. There's no image of her being stabbed. Is there? No. No, wait, hold on. Okay, no, that's that image. Yeah, that's that image of them trying to break through the door. So the next image would have to be something involving her death. Yeah, okay, that's her writing the name. There we go. I'm not really talking as I do this because I want to solely focus on, getting everything correct. So sorry if I'm not talking as much as I should, but yeah, I think that it's good that I focus rather than do commentary at this moment. But I think I know how to do this. Alright, lint roller is used here. They go to the trash room and they grab Yasuhiro's ball. And then they tie their shirt into a ball and throw it. There's no image. No, yeah, that's the image of them throwing it. And they go to leave the room. But a piece of their shirt got left behind. And we can reenact it in all accuracy.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words,
my room.
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, A strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Complete!
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
Oh no! Wait, are we about to do the rhythm game? We're about to do the rhythm game! Yeah, I remember that! We do a rhythm game to prove him wrong! No! I'm bad at rhythm games!
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I? Have the evidence? Your first bullet time battle is about to begin, yes? Sometimes in a class trial, your opponent simply won't. Sometimes in a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB, BTW. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the right mouse button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively, and you will start a combo. Keep this going, and you will initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you will get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Here we go. Deal enough damage to your opponent, and their weak spot statement will appear. At this point, you can... The imagery of them screaming like is so great. At that point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough, and you'll become out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright, here we go.
When the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what did the killer use?
What did the killer use to take apart the doorknob?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait, how do I get back? Oh, escape key? I need to do one thing real quick, just in case. Oh no, you can't save! Oh, you can't save. You can't save during this. Alright, here we go. I was gonna save just in case I fuck up. Alright, here we go. Moment of silence. I'm not gonna talk.
Where's your proof? You kidding me?
Wait, I can't. Oh my god.
It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied.
God damn it, I can't. Hold on. I'm pressing the right mouse button.
Shut up. Where's your proof?
I'm pressing the right
chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
I hate this. I hate this.
Shut up. Stupid. Where's your proof?
I fucking hate this game mode. I fucking hate this game mode. It makes no sense. I'm pressing the right mouse button when it's getting close to me. I'm pressing the right mouse button.
You kidding me? Not a chance.
Oh, you have to sync it up.
You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me?
I just now realized you have to sync it up with the tempo when you press the right mouse button. Okay, no, nothing happened.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied.
Final strike.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Ah, yes, suffer. Suffer.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, stupid, stupid,
Shut
stupid!
up.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Hey, I got an A. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Oh. I got a C in the last... Oh, yeah, because that was because of, the pee-pee-poo-poo, moment. Yeah. Yeah. I hate the rhythm game because I never understand them. I never understand them because I'm terrible at them. Like, I can understand the basics of what you need to do. It's just that I have, sugar-happy fingers. Oh. Danganronpa trigger happy Danganronpa trigger happy havoc. Oh my god. Let's continue on. I got an A, so that's all that matters. Ooh, 92 medals. Ooh, I like that.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, we don't get to choose ourselves? Aw, man. I would have had the pleasure to choose Leon's face if I had to. And Leon is the killer. Uh-oh! Looks like you got it right on the money! The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata!
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You
Son of a bitch! What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Oh, he's saying it himself. It was killed or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step, and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now that we're trapped here, with no way out, they're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here! Though, one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka, I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Some things that weren't so pleasant. Oh, I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy! The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the inside, but on the outside, not the inside, I'm sorry, I did a verbal slip up. But inside, she descended into pure madness! What did you say? I understand. I really do, yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us! This is all your fault! Sayaka being forced to do something like that! All of it! Everything! It's all your fault! Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But
That's enough.
as angry as I was, Kyoko lashed onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make your enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! That was a close one! I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. But you barely just avoided your punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice! I had to kill her!
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So...
No! That's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because Because the one to blame is him! Huh? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon! We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation! The mastermind! Uh-oh! Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey.
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than a wavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetrate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for! The punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
Hey.
No more begging! No more excuses! You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules! Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star!
No!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's
punishment time!
No!
So this is how the Oompa Loompas feel like. Hold up, before we end this chapter, I need to take a second. Did I really just answer that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I've seen that scene so many times. I remember watching that scene the first time I played the game and rewatching it over and over again, thinking that was the coolest thing to ever see in a video game for the longest time. I remember that specifically, and after ending this chapter, I am going to go back to see my initial reaction to Leon getting killed. I really want to see how I reacted the first time I saw that, but I need to finish this chapter first before I do that. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it? Extreme! Woo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control! What's going on? I can't take this I can't take this anymore. I got distracted by my own voice. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here together. But That's only if every single one of you can get on board with that!
Man, fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy!
Say what?
Or, in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear! So why are you putting an upset young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
You piece of shit! I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground!
You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided that you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't get free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free from the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, aren't you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here together?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey,
I feel like there's some deeper meaning in here. I feel like there's some deeper meaning in there. Just like before. Anyway, let's get to the Blackhead's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
hey,
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Oh, fuck. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone. Their voices dead. Okay, from this angle, it kind of looks like Hifumi as Celeste's hair from this angle. But it was in that moment.
just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact you can never change. But, even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However,
even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that! No. I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go! So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Okay, that's pretty cute. That's really cute. I have to admit, that's pretty cute of Makoto. Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Please tell me that's where the chapter ends. Yes! Okay, that's a good ending to a chapter. Chapter 1 to survive the end. Surviving students. 13. Sayaka, Junko, and Leon are dead. It's to be continued. You deceived... Not deceived. You received the Despair Bat present. Yes. Alright, no, I don't want to begin chapter 2 today. That's all I have for this time. I saved, right? Yes, I saved. So that was all I have for this time of Dingus Rompus. Yep, with that, I'm ending this episode with me standing next to Aoi. Aww. Okay, I like that. But, to formally send off this video, holy crap, I've almost been recording for 10 hours. 2 hours, not 10 hours, fuck! 2 hours! I recorded this episode for about 2 hours, but I still need to do one more thing, which is go on to my old YouTube account. Well, an alternative YouTube account that I posted my Danganronpa Let's Read, and see something that, I've been wanting to show you guys, so let me find it.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's
Punishment time! Come on, let's see it. How do you react?
Here we go. What? Why is it? Oh, I like the music, at least, but this scene's gonna be terrifying. Oh!
Was my sibling in here? Oh yeah, I was filming with my sibling in the room. Yeah, I heard my sibling's voice. Wow,
Is this leading up to the scene in the opening scene? Oh,
scene in the opening scene.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the opening of the game,
Wait, is
yeah.
that baseball? It is. Oh no! He's gonna be pelted with baseball. Stop.
I don't know. Watching this in like 360p makes it kind of funnier. I gotta have to admit, my faces look a lot better in 360p than 180
So this was the etc. he was talking about.
Wait, what did I say?
Etc. he was talking about. So this was the etc. he was talking about.
This was the etc. he was talking about. That was a good one.
Well, even Monokuma looked surprised.
He did.
Oh. Good thing they're not showing what happened to him. Even though you could all imagine. Oh, man.
Wow, I had a better reaction back then than I did now.
We saw.
My reaction back then was just completely me horrified, and then my reaction now is just me just dancing. Yeah, two totally different reactions though. The YouTuber face reaction, and then my reaction 5 years later. Oh Jesus! Ow! I hit my knee, and I think I gave whiplash to my nuts. Ow! Ah! Ow! God damn it! I think I gave whiplash to my own sack. Ow! It got trapped underneath my body in the couch. It got smushed. I'm gonna have to check these. I'm gonna have to check my dingleberries. Got the video. Got the video. I can't sit up to stop it. Just cut it now. Just cut it.
Okay.